enti yedanase papa we would make progress. Sampine Chief Baine are joining us near the discussion segment. No, Abremo. Now we'll talk some politics. And you catch them the show would be in two parts. Yeah, sports. Here we are now. Politics. No, atwa. So Parliament Appointment Committee has unanimously recommended the approval of lawyer Kisi Ajebeng as the next special prosecutor following ne veteran and a course. So the entire committee, we are told, say Ushiai. Soon after his 4-hour vetting, and all members on that committee decided to recommend him to the floor of the House for the necessary approvals to happen. In the chairman of the committee, Joe Sayusu, now I can't say committee never submitted a report. Enche Bia. In a mention, so that's the news we are picking from Parliament. The Appointment Committee of Parliament unanimously recommended the approval of lawyer Kisi Ajebeng as the next special prosecutor of the Republic. Mayenchia AB quality phones and accessories for Mua La Paz 6-6 taxi station. Yan NTSA mo bie mugbuha. Mutie yen ewo nyamin shramo yada mo se papa La Paz for mutie yen especially AB quality phones and accessories ewo La Paz 6-6 taxi station.
Ekosiisen on
papa. Enti Sampine ene Chief Baine etnasia yebesha asie na afei yedi sa enkomo no mention so emayen. But before that, let me introduce you to some of the brands who are associated with our show. And brands no endorse. You know, sir, this is Ghana's biggest and the most authoritative political, social, and current affairs talk show. Enti brands ni bebre na Edwon Ntoma ababe boy ye die ano ene anyone edi dwuma. Baako ene Castrol Ghana. Na Castrol say any traffic congestion e system ne mo no. Chale ha man for engines brutal. You know your engine and check because uti traffic ma uti accelerator so kakra no way unite no way brake no way clutch no way see no way see neoma basa obehwe no na e affect the life of your engine, you know. And the namsa and the Castrol for through on technology and research and develop Castrol oil. I know bit me protect all the critical part of your engine. Say the beya ubenya quality engine performance. In the Castrol, ewo lubricants bit say ATF, brake fluid,
Ekosiisen
radiator coolant, greases, hydraulic oils, and many more. Me pacho lubricants bo generally a Castrol, but Castrol the end the bo no ejina bibia ejina. Niji sem papa. So ope Castrol yen products yimu bi ato a oko Melcom shops ubenyabi, game shops ubenyabi, allied filling stations ubenyabi. And your filling station be from Maxon filling stations. Maxon, MAXXON. You know, oko one hwa ubenya Castrol a product ni binyinara etome ato. India ye nije sem papa adofonom freyin e was 0552 557 208 0552 557 208. Castrol or say it's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering. Now, DSTV and so some fan too many madofonom say, and they so sure the big leagues are back on DSTV. And you can DSTV and just so much more. Now, and they much more. If you want to get in on all the action, from just 49 Ghana cedis a month, ubeti matches nini na on your DSTV 49 cedis a month. You enjoy live matches weekly from the best league in the world, the Premier League, the La Liga, the Serie A, the Champions League, and the return of the Europa League. Nothing beats the unbeatable football on DSTV. For DSTV was 0302 740540 0302 740540. Terms and conditions apply. DSTV, so much more. Now, let me introduce the CBG First account to you. A savings account, a life insurance cover for the guardian and the child to secure the child's education and future. Your friend of First account, CBG First account. Savings account is on life insurance cover a peso. What? CBG. It's a savings account opened for minors, and it provides discipline around saving for your ward's future. And the benefit where your account will be the mawuma nkola, nkola. The friend is CBG First account. Will be account now assignment on life insurance cover at the peso. In the free insurance package, which provides security for your ward's education, you have access to e-experience bundle, no ATM card. The amount
on Asempa FM.
Very, very competitive interest rates. Now your amount will be quarterly withdrawals to ensure hassle-free school fees payment. Into every quarter, no one will be to me. I withdraw can now with the school fees commitment. For further details, the message will be 0303 216 000. And I say, Oko CBG branch be a benwa. But as also be a first account, Emma Uba. Masa, idea in here, papa. And Kolani Dachinti. Upesa send you a mailer, info@cbg.com.gh. Your website is cbg.com.gh. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms and our handles, for updates. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, or see, we stand with you. We stand with you. Awake purified drinking water. And so a insuya and a ubiajatum awake. De brutal. A insuna bottle nitini lemon green. Awake purified drinking water. Unya bia de. A insu papa men Canada. Now a buy in different sizes. Your 330 ml, 500 ml, your 750 ml for heavy drinkers, 1.5 liters for those who always want more water. And the 19 liters jar and a special one for your office and your homes. Awake. Obenu munsu edin ba akope. Awake. Na ya just one for life. Onu munsu na wo boaje wonu ya bi nso nkwa. Onim se otoye bottle back bi ye tiwu sika ni bi e de boa National Cardiothoracic Center. Yen so ye corporate social responsibility. And so far ye raise over 1 million Ghana cedis said ya boa won. And Casapreco Company Limited what din da omo munsu ene awake. Inti quality assurance ne on point. And FDA and so assign Aje Atum. That's the icing on the cake in the motion and so. And my chief buying the Atanase, Memana Kwabanafe, Edian Commono Ashes, we could see saying Sonny, a higher sempa. Chief
Obi
na Otedane
Obi Yakupon Adum na one part. Yes,
Apomdin or
oh, the Yakupon Aduma, Yetim Kwami, Muja. Onami emuya tache madabo jumi ade ede nasiba merade na fi ya tena asasi du na mo de kama ndema tutoye
waka
ya kama ndema toye zonde waza yi na wara na ye tino ono no ho asem na ja ye gudu nkakaka ya wa mande me party na daruma ma be cancer wo studio here eja.
Wow.
Yeah, but
and let me the last time we breaking news know about your appointment as PRO for Ghana Auctioneers Association.
Yes.
Omo you as PRO.
Yes.
Wow, that should be a big one.
Yes, Obi. Medawase. In fact, Grofo from that what today in Komubia to go. And you know, wapede will be some there. Them asemna will be can. Or no kwara now, you no kwara. Obi no kwasam in the Ghana Auctioneers Association. Which when you were here, no. As a member of the association, no, we did there. So what part, madam, member here, one Casamafa. Motu Moso Mabwa. In fact, as some cry or throw or crack anymore, you crying there. Woba pe. The Musu Minyam na Minima Minyan. But the Boama Association wa fanetam papa wefra. Now be there a lot.
For your association over that one.
Oh, onyendo.
Oh, the man.
Association over put am using them ara one home. Watch papa.
Oh, okay.
If you here random PNDC law 230. Now then body. Now our association be odi dwuma pii odema aban ankrankor na ndwuma ahoro a wo man obi for example the judiciary almost all the judgment data all they were recovered ma wonya judgment willingly and grofun wo tuaka on woyi auctioneers film but modum pempendra I would ewo embrayi my dan horizon I think you know what is called a 5A ma odum pempendra or they will file 5A where the registrar or do appoint auctioneer na auctioneer no oye them sales no to recover that judgment debt on behalf of the plaintiff involved in that matter. Echo the office of chief of staff a lot of appointments with regard to and the mahura banji did all the way auction through the ministries and one department. Echo all the ministries chief directors were they will tell you the odum pempenubia but no one zama a crew ne BNB or what you tum that the man we do or there what disposing of na wotum wonya fofor anaso de wonya sika no wotum wodi yam wo pede wodi obi na mde menyina no they cannot do it on their own. They will have to appoint an auctioneer. Adam auctioneer no obedi dem dwuman. The Ghana Auctioneers Association the association awa auctioneers in wodom. In fact Embramun ononye association na embrano or recognized as much as auctions are concerned.
Okay.
That is how come our representative for one regulator on the board, though that is the Interior Ministry.
Yeah.
So that as a regulator, no Sembia opede washer water tunzama opede obeye ma obama dam auctions in Ghana and wagina ye and once we too and also now we renew licenses. That's the Interior Minister. What's the Army Ministry? What's the auctioneers all belong to them association.
Okay.
Kaya or there. Ghana Auctioneers Association. When you want Dinkomo, I want to central.
I mean the question I want to ask in the day. Say me pede me auctioneer, me then work on who schooler.
Eyo. Oye dwuma bia se pede ya eboko hu school. Answer na eboko hu school no kra na dey to identify mat bi. Another auction firm bia or into auctions. Na ebo modern na eko ma what to call human entity practically.
Okay.
Na area higher application. As a Ghana Auctioneers Association, them school na ye together with the Institute of Surveyors.
Oh, okay.
Together and supervised by the Ministry of Interior. Then you go through the exams. If you read them exams and a passer, you'll be certified. And if you have your certificate, some time ago, I think you saw that my graduation.
Graduation. I know your honor.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
And you know, after on, then you go to the Interior Ministry, apply with O certificate, and then probably O testimonial of you of an institution, and then the Ghana Auctioneers Association also watch your crate to the Interior Ministry, letting them know that indeed you've gone through all you have to go through until they can go ahead and issue
the license to you.
Then they give you the license from the ministry, and then you can now use the hammer to do
the real job
on your own.
For auctioneers, no, it's you only work for the state.
No.
Okay,
you don't work for the state only.
Okay,
you work for individuals. The
Ghana private
yes, NGOs.
Okay,
Asempa, for instance, if you multimedia.
Yeah, but they turn BB.
But what dispose one zaman in other way or appoint auctioneer. Then they will also get.
So the one you ever before.
And so one from Pankamabo then you can get your values done. Either you choose STC, another you have a private valuer, licensed to go to wide damage man. We engage him. You panel the values in our hand. Then we do publications, and then we take it to public. Obi adwuma bi aska wo.
Onye adwuma bi a jai dem asem.
Na be adwuma na ska enyim. Enyim kra botu maka.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Say enyim kra botu maka. Obi hwe embassies ya wo hoy.
Yes.
And when Oba was the Honda man at the Boom vehicle CD, no for he could see Mungua and oh ma or there were cranks and muffle for whatever.
What on more?
Now more on want to find Sanko
to
open the more the way auction. Into most of auction and one point auctioneer.
Oh,
now auctioneer no what share na value a more value in the money in no I hear publication, then you agree. And my mention there, okay. I mean, on our point to us, damn day, you pay them auctions. No, the moment I was admitting, then you go ahead and do your publications.
Oh, okay.
When you get to auctions at the court and now with the judicial service now, honestly, what happens in there? You are auctioning under an order from the court because when you go through the processes, that's a chief friend and registrar na appoint will be our friend market value and for sale value. And you know, per the order of the court, you go and do your auctions not less than the value court no approve other ma.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
And you know, if you be to be.
By anyma, Eka say lawyer Samson Ladi anyenini. Osi Obi. Issue Chief Bine with an invoice now. Because when your time comes, he will issue you one pa.
In fact, Obi we free also because mankasa me boss. In fact, me ye juma wanase.
Yeah.
Obi ye we juma bi a yenyi de chira. Yenda wo hu na lawyer ayini ona na oye dwuma no enti oye da we free e bisa manu nsem mo no so wakede wenti lawyer wo issue mu na se mutua dan bill na mab office na ma be pay the adwuma na ye dey tum ya to here
yeah. No, but congratulations. We are proud of you.
Thank you.
Auctioneers, I hope there with you as the new PR, no. Because again, the image of auctioneers when they Juma, I don't know one evaluation why but from where I said the image is not that positive. And it's something you would have to do a lot to rebrand and Obimpo there. Obi tell chief to help his association to beautify their secretariat at Toku House off the Graphic Road.
Oh yes.
What's the why poto?
Obi no question me there. Menyo kase ye gudu zinzina secretariat no kra no oncher ye boboya no fofor ye di ho dwuma.
Okay.
Ye ba be move if you are like you said. Obi the branding se edum pempendru bi na obi or identify the unzama otosin. Especially public na nyi hon dinkita hon. Na se itum ejitum there on say na mum zama bi akechira. Obwa ma wankasa creatum a left any free baby ma one at the kodrum pempendo papa. Oh, no quite. There are a lot of things simple on them there. Ye into ye inti. Or there ye yempon or morty. The be some painful bit to the lawyer. Our new ding come. Another one, what the message you see, what the bell. In fact, Obakacho. But my better mission, I want to wait till football. The men in 19 year bedroom pempendra yedri. Na ofi ene kusi mo we hinenyimen. Wabate yenka. Na nemo wode yesishe ni yesisi nyina ye ba ya besisi. Na association no another them profession. Sebi
nenima benyam.
Nyam no se fata do nyan ye zaman because e una me check akra do che wa ese adwuma no so adwuma no sika wo mo. Onye ni sikasam no but oye dwuma bi a obi imagine the banks are wo omayim hanyinara.
Now what on one properties be
apart from the what on one properties in ehun de bi a ye bode huru de wo ye mbo ankrofo ye ma hon loans na won tum wonye adwuma obi bi sa lawyers na obaka che ankrofo pi na waji loans obi bu apa ye kra no ha na adwene o ka hye baby foforo bank ne boko kota na wenya judgment. Onya judgment all do to retrieve them scanner say auctioneer and ban be them ejuma na lawyer judge plenty one na work up and down away adwuma nyina adwuma na yekwa usande order ne da krata edo odi etumi ye de medwuma no 10
retrieve cash
obeye cash
no auctioneers no what is canaba
say I wona order cotton zamano
okay
on behalf of the court
okay
because court now my order there order ni yenton order ni 20 million cedis order work through the processes now what on them than you know scan the court ama say champagne or the bed or whisker we too many scan or that what's that man apart from that mu here pa pony there any papi o man ha was a one which walk over ba in the man koye obi e port operations your friend UCL on cleared cargo list after 60 days on the map porter the man oko dam list no do after a week or the man one the man that by apply and 2 man ba state confiscated the man obi do you know what happens more happen in the aban in space over to we keep the margin to state warehouse where you go odu mbribia or the ones who ma dam na what on the public auction na what the ma sebi public na ones who wonya mfaso na wonya ones who own space now what did you imagine every 60 days something is coming and you know damishi she nyina ya tibia ye by any stakeholders bet na ho edi nkomo office of the chief of staff of coordinating directors within various ministries the judiciary Ghana Bar Association embassies all these people who matter anyone better from na anyone dinkita ho na nzema bia na se bi o madwuma ne tosin no ya hwene ya tenten da munyama nyinara ama se bi adwuma no mesimo odo kɔ no akɔ ma obi orite inde ya ono so fi de o da mun nzema yor kɔdo a musu mikita misika kakra motum na makɔ akoto bi na wa ye mfaso amam da mun krofo no so no adwuma na ye mfaso ma ho so wenya mo hwehwɛ na se bi ho na won sika kakao mu na ade ya work court worbe ni nyina so se bi no do etwa by the time I overturn no the won sika woda aka ma na se bi mfaso a wo de adwuma no de bro man no obi oda bro man no nti my lawyer Samson Ken no court ma famir na ma baji
what the cash kakraba na ya ma one time
better form na menyi ho adi hu komo na me bobo nzama do acheche
very very important
na we adi nyina ate na won nyina wa aboa he obi se wa mboa ma adwume obeden
on the way through
won nyina wa aboa
but I mean my dream even is the young men and women maybe they aspire to want to be auctioneers and if you hear direction what to do where to go and all of that and that is even more important because looking at how critical a humanity, we need more people to want to become auctioneers. We say, we kindly tell Chief Maine, a member of the legal and disciplinary committee is listening to him. Association or one legal and
Opia Mensa.
Opia Mensa.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Yeah. And the onion Samuel Brown Babin said, congratulations, Akonta. Obi tell him he should focus on this job and leave the propaganda for the boys.
Obi when I me could that you for me mo bo one Williams so. But I know so some fan call you mean as if I can do na. While I walk my uncle and nam le mam krope amambim. Na menya appointment to sa kobo ma bad also and this is my kunta appointment to Olbeje and this na smala masmo. Mala masmo de ke ma announcement bi ba.
Saba go ba say.
I will do be have go there.
Ya me adom.
Association bipartisan.
Yes.
And multi
apolitical.
Multi-partisan, apolitical. Because party for nyina but any so more SBT.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
This is our national officer now. Or your opinion. Say no same be so say. It be on constitution man resign. They don't feel so be resign but why you media Matthias?
Some fine remind me of a joke. And maybe emotion in church ya started you may. I'm for no from pre-women. Papa bi enwa oko restaurant oko tomo
Asempa FM
obi odi mu ni nyina no san offer for extra plate na sana cash nsha no Odi muna no hena supervisor ko apenda he no. In fact, nyimpa nara wa ho chirim enti ni tiri hwimpo ntumi. Nzo hye hon se jockey socks so sabaji. No bi o ma ni tiri hundo kakra no apu se hwini bi na munim sra.
Oh.
One offer waiter na so mbo hwe.
Emu a wode be nwi nkote.
Emu ya me di ne mu na emu mu ntu aka so mo zo hon ro kwasem pam ko publish also we pacho. Enti ogafre uso supervisor wa he on na ba. Manager supervisor so manager wa he manager be no so mbeda. Na said the man say me do ya boko edi here nkoti ibotum ye ti ehwi edi mu na edi mo say manager mebe kenya mo kwasem pa o. Si yedi mu ani yedi mu.
Ya bi yuza ni
Edi no say o shine say juma e wa.
Na ye o shine say juma.
Ye wi na say be ye ndi say juma sa. Na ye because obi no kwasem bi de obia wo party a ojini do.
Oh, of course.
From soft to down. Obia.
Of course.
But one thing is politics no wo na say wo party bi mpo e pe won ejuma e. Na say wejuma eyenyi na wo do tena ho a o de ye ejuma no ma no hoto na obi ehu de ye wejuma ono no man krofo hu de nyimpa no woti onye tiri anyi de tiri osido.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Some point
Obi
Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. No, some point too much. Chibani say you some point too much.
Oh minim. Minim yeah.
Sure. Incoming mayor. On Cherbia.
What's that? Grofu kaka da obe yin incoming mayor Nancy yin kasa on so. Only more worry because when you have a pussy mon puna so ya be dey have office o ya bencho.
But some point say you're looking forward to that, we are right, huh?
Sure. I mean in a bibia kra no.
So, yeah. But it's almost be 99%. Well, at least information I mean kra no. Be 99%.
I mean a bibia kra no na president na.
Yeah. But we say sampa when you post na a lot of people in the party no abambogra.
Ekosiisen.
Why you juma my party na
pa? I'm there 2016 year to abaya. Ye project yama. What I be for baby what be for mo winning. Yeah, never for you might be no minister.
Oh yes.
At his level.
Yes.
For
a regional secretary.
No party need him pay. Nanso sampa me nyini nyasam. Enti se wo ma sampa posa. Me na me kada party ni dem wo ya me mpenti. We better we feed na ka makare sampa one chon.
Yeah.
And what the position no man I think about encouraging crofo bi.
Yeah.
Ma won so wa ye dwuma de. Na ya wa de mana se anyini bo ebusua. Se anyini mo ebusua.
De bia yeti Kumasi e.
Oko na so ka e mo nya.
Nti wa pozu ma kuntanyo.
Aw ma nka ma mega. Oko no ka e mo nya ye baka. Oye mo ye na se papa abasa ye baka. Okotena ho so na wo hanye mo so do ye manyije befia ye baka. Nti ye keka anyi nkopim tama. NDC baba bem.
Ba Kumasi mayor adwuma de sampan. The first idea e was say we yema yenya Kumasi ye fie no. Eye ye friend say Central Market Project ya ye say Mansufa ho. That was won to muntu igwadefo no. It go ho. Phase 2 need to mean start.
No, but one start phase 2 it's about one more so mo 2 on almost 2 on.
Almost 2 on. Yeah. That mean no.
Oh, some months, 2-3 months. Today I pray na amama hine. He's
in charge
coordinating you know between obema briefing pa. Akase omo adwuma no akasa.
Ebe chance.
Bekoso eye. And then there might be one but I know say but in all of this no to the bia ya na eye nkita ho die hwe me de me amenia
Henry Cote
why na ka say but bisa gbubroshi nke betimi a clear hono but nkita ho di papa ene say do besi ahihye on ne ma no and obi now chief ka say o say we a political activist there be a dear be a wonim dear woman. Say, who can cry no be teacher na. Also, me a dear monsieur apart from English education, a dear monsieur apart me work a home master degrees more than one. Yeah, governance and local governance.
Local governance.
And side engagements na for apart from that, I've been a practitioner. Not as a government appointee. Assembly as government appointee down. Anytime that I go to the assembly, be elected member of the assembly. I chair a lot of subcommittees. I be convener of subcommittees. But pray indeed. Yami adumu amowo we mumu ane mpanufo tumfo nom nananum woma we there mu me woni say me nanane prof Bachidankwa do ne kwam na avoid ahwe local government there at least ideas be we na me here ubenya bon crofo and one thing so I told be nyema bi so ho a approach no hwe woma bochenku gu mountain a impede traffic ne na tefo no. So we have 10,000. Nipa be 500,000 assassin a year woman. But approach I did caucus, and a year and Chief Bani wa bemuna or ya me be to oppositioner. Namide a campaign too. So Miss me wa bemuna me ya Chief Bani be campaign too. The most important thing is to have everybody on board. If all of us, all the political device, if they buy into those ideas, no one say yes and for so say near mine. A poor baby at I'll tell you because so and you have been achieved by Trans and Pana Adum TV and now Beko Joy then as to say there peace your man abjai hoko and so moko UTV po normal and for yanam hudom bepe.
Mitaza na pepem no oshishi enenyo o shine do he say ofu mi pay ever start
inti onko tra baby na on say adwuma no I believe say I'm ready to say you see if your mind chichire on last be na no bi na me kan ha me say Trump or ye na dwene say onye results no entu Republicans no na enye wo madwene say on begiatu and so court no can same way no going forward no the nation America in here into two houses ni nyina both Congress and Senate wo mu nyina agya tum say so mutimi raise taxes of about 4 trillion as post COVID incentives or mo de be stimulus in as for their build our country no it wasn't partisan sanke ha nka ba be ka zo na wa ban mu wuntimi ye on I dey na oje tax bebebe. But they are looking at America as a nation, not America as a political divide. Inti yenhu ni samredu. Se no be can be a some and they can say now call refer to the divine in year no 24 February. No. We say oh munam wa be munti. Inti se ne say ye can say na be fi say nanu bi no ka sem say ya. Emre Daniel. And a yenyin kono so no. Na ye politics we enkane na a rare pass me Chief by the baby program near big animal hakasa a dunkomo especially in the Ashanti region and some parts of the country same people in DC a bit na Ashanti region for instance now we end this in the to me t-shirt in P when there be it believes that son say you building on my na yankeka ye bia yenim say ye nokure ne yanka ne yie na bi so yenim say ye tro ne yanka no sa no a wo ma tu abama ye no ye buom say sabi omo nim nyansa eno na mo bitimi nya tumi beka say MPP ne ndisi omo ye pe wa bro nim say MPP ye fa better than ndisi e ban hye ye mu na say ye say de si chichire man ne mu man na sefo na yanka
the other thing I would say is at least from my experience, the last time I was back, and of course, the issues are clear for everybody to see. But just say, oh no, no. Make a last time we go come. I say,
NDC na MPP na obi enyim na NDC onye MPP no better. Meanwhile, we pack one the man fi when busu fi amedem na what have a party no.
The other thing is see Kumasi no. I think the issue of flooding in Kumasi no. One major issue. It was a Moshe tackle. Number 2, Kumasi looks too congested for my liking. I say
part of Kumasi.
Part of Kumasi. I mean, the last time they Bessia call. Yeah, call PJ Mose Papa you know. Uzi ye call Tafu Otra Tafu. Eko wenim kaka oko pankrono area hono. Charlie, the place looks too congested ne. And sa kiosk sisi akwan ho ni we.
Eho kra no ye. On says he said Kumasi
and those were another
municipal.
Yeah.
He said Kumasi KM na nkasa metropolis no. Akoye onabuna pu hono.
Menchia South.
Menchia North.
Menchia North.
Eugene Bachenchi
Subin
and sticker doctor.
Yeah, in Shiaso.
Shiaso and Onabas and Subachi.
Bantama.
5 constituencies.
5 constituencies.
Say watch your Asqua municipal.
Oh, okay.
Swami municipal.
Oh, okay.
Kwadasu municipal. Tafu municipal, Oforokro municipal. And as Koremanpo.
And as Koremanpo, yeah, as I was
area. Until one more attitude.
But a doom
central.
And I said, do my Juma ho.
IGF so. No, let me be honest. Apart from going fan, why can they inquire in one a lot of IGF no. Na wotum atasa wo je enjuma horoa obotum wabo.
Yeah.
Bahwe onu ne ho na etum poza ye projections. Na etum aye ndama horo na se be din sisa de aba
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM
community there. Hoye AMA
KMA.
Yeah. Sorry, Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. Yeah, etumze impuntu ahoro. Ehwe ejuma kojo bonso ye fantastic. I don't know currently me follow me who new project the last KMA Boston we to introduce, but I am thinking there and I know sometimes me in share or my new programming even at the abattoir he was giving indication that we to lobby
why and Zemama on
was the project if he outside was abandoned. At the end of the day, so 2 months that I'm experiencing on board and I said what the project.
Yeah.
One hour acronym hono and I there dam metropolitan one wobenya home faso. Then they can appreciate a Juma why.
Anyway, airport runabout war.
Airport runabout war. What no demarcation, you know. Part on the airport Nankasampuno. What kind of as a municipal?
Yeah.
But the airport runabout proper, no, they came because
anyone that came
a honor it nam a whole far airport runabout the far workroom.
Okay.
Ekwanusa if for Bosch.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Lady or Kwabri is Bosch.
Okay.
I saw my ponso Abosh. Until the fan who are any pancrono, Akobos, and a trafa tafu Gias, Hanum.
Yeah.
Abefa, a straw, more market to sit down. After some run about funny Chimu and Akofa Bantama. Consensus.
That's KMA.
That's
in the Ziano, Ufri Airport runabout, Eba and Loga Junction.
Why KMA?
No, why
Ufuricrum.
Why upon this Ascomampon.
Sir,
Loga Junction, your Furicrum, right?
Ecotech, no,
right to see a quite how would do traffic light now. What for baby are you for barrier customs for no warehouse? A quite no. At that warehouse, we will cross in the hall. Aside, no, a traffic according in air of recruit.
Oh, okay.
Now, you saw at TSC. Our junction, right, about the filling station. We ho actually no cofa. That woman line one no bar, every P. Aquatia line side honor. So, why a corner? Nina will come to Subin and into follow within Kame and Sana. Akofa
following KM.
Following KM. Asempa FM.
Bokrom is out of your.
No, Bokrom is KM.
In Shire,
in Shire KM. Mention not a KM. Mention sorry KM. Subin KM in a Bantama.
In them, Bokrom.
Oncha better now.
Oboko hindi fipe.
Oh, okay. If you want to go good, ne junction.
We say, Ejakojo wa Dallas in Texas. Or say, Obi, Sampine is my brother. Regards to him, and congratulations to him in advance. Obi, the problem in Kumasi is sanitation, street lights, and congestion. And on 3 problems are identified. And this one says, Obi Sampine is brilliant and intelligent and fearless, and he can grow the garden city Kumasi with solutions for the new and dissolution from the old political practices. He is the professional who can handle the city and its innovative management. We are for Sampine, KMA CEO. Guy G is in Newark, New Jersey. We say, tell the incoming Kumasi mayor he needs to make a mark. And like Honorable Henry Kote is doing, he can equally win the hearts of the people by working together with all the needed blocks. We free.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Chief Baini, Mrs. Chief Baini.
Mrs. 2 times
Mrs. Chief Baini, Mami Fiakoto, and on the way. But we say, Obi, Sampine has paid his dues to this party. At this point, I think he deserves the seat. Sampine for KMA Mayor, Alex Martinson is in Koforidia and on the way. But we say, Obi, I'm pleading with the president to fix Sampine somewhere. Greetings to Nanabi and Salam Mustafa Abele. In Ugabele, Sampine will be faced at the KMA. And EMO Bompire in that direction. Now, interested in your Mabisiako. 5 more minutes, it will be 6 p.m. Let's deal with the issues on our table. Mienu and Special Prosecutor Vet and Akoso, we are told, the committee unanimously are recommended for his approval by the plenary. Sounds so, and in that same parliament, no, the parliamentary probe, Ekoso, of the health minister. Sometimes, what me a follow probe, Kakra?
Yeah. Me maniji asam no ho.
Okay.
Inti me follow pa.
Oh, okay.
It should be. It's questions na ekono.
What is it be most minister and resign?
Basis na ne dey.
Ekosiisen on
Almost in the admissions before the committee.
Admissions before the committee, no. You look at 2 things. Or admit yes or say one fan co parliament. And sana utu sana mo. Na nana june okotu the relevant portions of the act.
Yeah.
Say nana june and say or the beko parliament for ratification. Nti ukas on resign first. Sa emrana onuso kanu eniwana. What the point in I say? Eniwana.
Yeah.
Ana emre twemu na wanya na. I say candid admission of issues.
But that law, no, a subsidiary legislation. In relation to the constitution.
But same say
Yeah, but the constitution.
we use subsidiary legislations.
I know.
Supreme, but we are lawyer, mania. We are lawyer.
That's something can't say in use.
Into committee, no.
Yes.
In the me submission, I
Yes.
believe say some calls are too early. Me see applauding him or condemning him, no. Will come after committee, no. Initially, they made it look said that bro no bien pan, you know. But enra at the sitting of the committee, no, it came to light say at least ministry lawyers, procurement department, and Nasifoniano were involved in the act. Into your nonkuna or boni to a BB. What's the point in that? And we need to be cautious how we tread on lines, you know. Media there. Eye obia otimi agya tum say ade we say me ye the reasons not the man no is it tenable or not say reason no e fata yanyin tum o say na odwene yenkwa ho say the next situation na ye no samra no so enye no eye tama na asem na hu ye no say simple no aye hu if you say wonim say as at this morning now yeah active cases is about 3,000 plus. A very high to me because the fee 15,000 to be by be 300. Now within 2 months, you know, the team hit it from 400. Now you be do 3,000. It tells you say well we're recording average infections of about 14 to 20. Then we have average about 250, 300. No, it tells you say enema bi so echia. Into that situation no, e dey na na zie. There be ameka say the management of COVID and said the we are seeing Ginara a Bogana Basono. It did not come by accident too. And yet say ya tuan and yame ya huye yame mobana yameka semranisa. Yamisa wom yes. Nansu nipa dasani to anamon. From the presidency, the ministries, all agencies, womo account. All right? And I know yes, omo kana sen kura ko midterms. But the day so mo konum health ministry who say mo say spike and my friend say
yeah, a spike
no. I said there akono who see be jan kora no e mo makofie. No ma samba campus. Nti ase man kora no etra campus. Nyansasem efise nkora no koya wo mu ni abontizo for na mingle wo mu ba campus a wo mu sign wo mu campus no be mingle nti na spread no se obi kokunya infection na be yehu wuti ase nti onu ntutu yemu no saa niema na ekoso ni nipa samre na ewu eni ni hu ana ye no ne fata obi enu kran so se yenyim se ne vaccine kwadwe ye enkane ne nka musia so ubura kwa yemu a enwanye na and then enwa kwadwe adentra chemicals are use galamsey using nasefo no. Similarly vaccines na ye kan no amman bi say US India AstraZeneca for no even Sputnik nasefo no even say wo de bema abontin ato no even Covax wo group no kra no difficult say wo ni bi one enough quantity to the master the mudi can be my be 600,000 yom de my no. What can say you could be by this telephone company MTN. Besides so much make when you be ma. Because we say it was a corporate responsibility. Enti utimi say e ho ayedin. Enti akobane sa no a. Ni tonu so no, one man restricting to country. That is why MTN enye or mine. Womu ye business entity, womu ye opportunity no mutimi etobie. Enti say individual bi ni obi nso be deal na ni pano sheba because obi honestly me say ekom di me ma. Eni abusua ekom beku on. Na say metamfu mpo ka say oni ba bi aduane wo no betime nya access ma to bia. Well, that situation, you deal with that person because you want to save the family from hunger and the possible threat of death.
Yeah.
Into the beer in some by Yanjan Botre near Renin Kayemu a year. Then be an dream pap, no di to animal. Then two, we also created the impression. Now we created the impression, say, one more minor shrika beer. But if you now know bepimene, nowhere in the directives or the narrative, no, any who say or spend even a penny. Maintain sir. So mukutu sika ekoma shake no. And you my friend say utman na utum. What is saying? Maktum.
Shake
Maktum. The only and this aband dear Mary. By a no.
Yes.
And Edo Ebonsam. Or your crom for.
Someone Amuka say ne a Mary deal on the buy and your papa.
And yet and once more. The fact say or no a year broker. I know your distributor for 40 years. And no America. Payeti say a power generators and no what's and no obi and no what's and America. Inti Ebanisa, you have people who also serve as distributors or middlemen or brokers or whatever. Papa or auction on the names are terms, you know. So the umbeti a big cry auctioneer, Beckrana or maybe the Nabroso crown, pay or person they check, but or the chance of Bebo can the young one don't could be. It be and say you and yashi, until you know when you auctioneer now, I said manama until you if who contract you buy and say yes, you have war, sir, level of Nimdiano, Fabua, and I intimate assess here. I thought there be some bar. Nanina so a kujina the kind of politics are. yeah. Asem ne ba da bia obi person score political point. Nti saa no nti no yenka ne sei. Yenye ne sei. Na nkonko ye asem foforo no. Eno na ye asem no. Nti obi yenya butre committee no. I say address them by we studio ha. Because say I wouldn't talk much or speak much on Omo Juma. If you say the little that I say, an anchrophobic no, a bit to me, I'm a Juma no, a best say, and I answer say, a beko baby. If you say a journey again, opinions and your facts. Usu say, as I'm saying, a minister and a car into them, won't see more. Your fact, evidence, you know. I be produce no with the laws and any regulations, you know. Also, no kasakran or kase or evoke emergency privileges.
In the Public Health Act, I think you refer to the Public Health Act.
I say, okay, clause 61 be
let me get the specifics.
BB 61 be regulation 61 51. A honor or the and so share. And every way you know, yet one would ning in our better to tell. I say, so me I'm up soon. On about fair market to about Kuntiba. Ne oka at some no say a name may be high, it borders on the law. Until they cannot be passing one more personal judgments ever. One Mujama committee, you know, in committee establishing say would be man no different, they will consider all of those parts. Normally I can assemble. Until Obi you are my man. Otio, a yammy de say, yes, we are singing a
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
A crab mesre committee na ye jumano. Mamma beam fan and was in be. And she needs to move from mechanism. And none was in be. Nation it seem not the becane asem, young penne asem. See a ye papa more minor. The per se establish the innocence or the guilt or the wrongdoings of the good doings are. Which you approach it with open-mindedness, fairness, honesty, and integrity.
Chief Baine, Kwekwajiman Menu, a Minister of Health and a parliamentarian, an MP for that Doma East constituency. Doma Central, okay, Doma Central constituency. He is before a parliamentary committee. Chairman of that committee, a deputy majority leader. For Sputnik V vaccine procurement, no, a follower. Na thus far, Otto then.
Also, Medasi, you did maybe on a missing my question. Tata, far appointment in Timantumbo Mecha. Wait for now, who programming in painful tea, Pimpim Zuti. Tis Yakupon Adomna say.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
We too could do it and as some now I am fast with them. And to be chair with Tifuna and Ganka me party for any for our jibber. Me MP, a confi MP, Honorable Abeku Crense, Michanaso. A confi funera. Hey, Obi.
Oh, boy, Juma.
Oh, yeah, Juma.
Eh, sure.
Mobile to my area.
Yeah, ranking on be mudo.
One ranking on him, but constituency ranking no.
The Marcun says,
oh, Ampa constituency also your ranking. Yeah, ranking between performance or no more higher corner, more banner, or
two blanks over there.
Rastaman, baby, will be a coupon canon. Oh man, I want it. Hey,
Uzum Honson, you were right. So if you want to echo, Quansan, so no, Aquinas.
No, Quansan,
and this is Shatawali.
Aquinas or no, near us, or no, roots man, no boss. Hey, Obi, and when the NDC MPC. No parliament, Mamma Fa
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
We free do now, Mamma more on Abado. Obiang there, damn, or the Sputnik,
yeah.
And some started Dorobano. I hear you crana and Yabutera, you know, no more the other side, that is MPP, MPs, and their members. what ma didn't koye them minority kind of NDC for can I de hunu bina yari. Because the mankasa me nye munia uko share with freebie do na me catch and dabi moti biano sebi omani yawa kuntebu onya asasi dumpa ebubu akunta wa heaven. Nti hana mumbi a yetu biano na ya hweni but obi mepere me bisa ye engage woman komwe wa ye dama wetefu cause se me tey champagne na hu brasi mo dey submission me hu bidda. This is my first time. And I don't know because of no appointment and now the nature of the issue no that pono do that. But if so a issue not that pono that then I can agree with him. Share me very bisa there. Health minister no. Today ma it bisa there. I don't know so question so nya approve as we nya approve. As I'm back do ye kadema. Ona continue. Ona no initiative process.
The health minister.
That is it. And Ghana food pay over 30 million. 1 point to be a president for no because in his wisdom or jidi de papa ne botum wa ye juma. It is any opportunity no the juma mo na ya. Na say blame biba. First you must make sure they admit and accept the problem or moving forward then yeah condemn. And I think that is what me say MVP communicators and some government spokesperson mean how they want us to see the young fan or chapel ranade young fan then Crawford has been appointed the Wendy Juma being to wanya. We blame them another if possible no bande edumani feed the more the yenya dam na yenti no the assistant one na assistant President Nankasa constitution or the ejuma. So why is it that Odu maybe ana yepedi the constitution yet botun chena ye use Bible na yakwa kohwe humobor na ye do no ababashim no nti more there yenye se minister na
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
No baby my ye do say no challenges and issues be all on that projecting one ma kwan na fancy minister na boano na blame all the minister again onje na a kwan order be more money because COVID-19 yerba bia obi like it or not oye wudi yerba omo bia ni yem sheshen. As much as I agree there accidents road accidents na de okunyim pass in COVID-19 onu betre free minute too na ekonya accident na COVID-19 too ento or can be too more for don't know the issues about that. We will have to deal with it seriously. Secondly, no, this is not about the COVID-19 keke, but kwana ye fado as a man, nanka yetum ye procure and nura sebi yet babo ye hoban. And see, are you serious matter? Obi, na minister no, onu no initiate ya process your cordiality or parliament. Kasa pi aba. Yeni nyina na mate but obi onam da wodwumanyi de rubonti. Nti po da ka fifi mi na ehu. Na ye ba ne ye ka na onto da metum academy oti. Anyinyem biara ensem no rekodon wa ba to gwama ye hu de minister no use right channel and I will use right channel. I don't know if you have any information.
And that's based on any admissions before the committee, you know. Wajatum de wanko parliament as the constitution demands.
Good.
For approval.
So questions I'm the bro. First one answer yes. Only the minister no initiative. Second one is the o use right channel and pay nankasa na admission no o use right channel. Good. Into her no. Obi say the minister o ye juma which ye support o na ye juma. No do use right channel no din approval. Now when use damn right channel na say asamba. No one some can or today. Why I don't be able to say me my minister. Ministers where I or any ministers or appointed where I you deputies sniff him, the main ministers.
30
ministers will be decided about to the man amona. Asem papa basic room. So biara will decide the nana mono botu results or the bebenya. Asem papa basic room. You need asem papa basic room. Mama penny when you need to say be waited him. Now, question number 3. Into no yeji to me, na yeji there. One far right channel, not the other major man. Also there. Kasemun we had there also, which I think who he may be because our link to either also one yet and them might be right. He himself he admits that one year and them might be right. As also said, did he also say that at the point he was not thinking right, or he was not thinking well
properly?
Thinking
he was not
properly.
thinking properly, based on pressure. No one do.
Obi, and the men say me awa Kenya no. We think it is right for us to be asking them must he resign. Hey, ye pere se be waka krebi bi odo ye or fight COVID na mistakenly okay dan did it na Ghana fu ansa na ye hu do de yi ne fiwa. Ana de Ghana fu hu de masem no ye serious asem o de ye kan wasama. I mean, sometimes it's not about iwo A and iwo B and I'm a penasem and I'm in penasem. Now, one can sacral principles, Edinaman, or ye Juma Krana. Some of these issues in Pomapon do my and Kawasem. At the Bechin, Nanka, top it a at enough for different angle. I hear Kawasem. I think that before I made do president in Nodon, which I think the answer is obvious because I want to finally know who appointed the minister. Obviously, the president. Obi, I want Kasanswa. I want why the fourth. I'm not the way checkmate government in media. I'm thinking that some of these issues in why too soft. Another why relax dodo. And I don't know if you're a minister and agent when you're sympathy man. I don't know which is right. But I'm thinking that something is wrong somewhere. Especially when it's about health. When it's about COVID. When Asamna about out my heart discuss, in fact, from the beginning, people try to let us understand, oh, Bonnie be a new order agent if you know what on my or what you wanted to do, and all that. You had all those analogies. Today, we have all gotten to know that the man was not thinking properly. And the decision now we take, my own so will be defending now, no ripple effect, not thinking properly when you effect when you now want to. In as much as they were defending the issue, no, they were defending something that the person did not think through properly and sana or yet. And in one defense, no, also it's as if they were not thinking properly. And so for me, the president himself who appointed the man just because Ghana have a president, health issues, I wouldn't be able to my own. They shouldn't be asking we Ghanaians there. Must the minister stay or not and all that? Now the president more could do on here.
And on your on sack and I.
On sack no bonaba do ni na yehu there on no more kononte. Obi, now this matter should me must I even advise before President Obutu Mona?
That's some points say the probe is ongoing. Ma one year na committee for one report.
If I didn't go for probe in the bay.
Sputnik in Sensemia.
Sputnik in Sensemia. No, tell the president, Papa na kucheche matching that day he was not thinking properly. My president Aja Tumana. And I'm why news, I'm here, no so a news man. Ebi ana president wa catching that. Into ono doing him long ago that the man was not thinking properly. I'll find ways how to handle them situation. But Sonya them not say no ye news my yen them my sometimes when you there, the men say me cry obi, yeah, bodo 1, 2, 3 more by a day. On them the mijina hanti, emi me feed there chenchina, damn no doba. Another sampan what the man fainty, they no doba. That be governance no recording now yesterday in the interest of Omangana. If it is in the interest of Omangana, not in some more today, wakoda. Minister Tamada Misembe, Atilubi Abakade. When you feel Guadoda, the Minsemi Ombe, Atido will be Otani Binti, Obis won in Fiwa.
No.
Now, do you know what will happen next? I work on was a Omanumbo Kabia. Well, no document on my what the Kado Omanumbo Kabia, but I can understand. When Obi Menyo aye contract, the contract ya menyo aye mepede eba boa mamenye drubi at price A. Henyi na so yenyim de o price A na da man onam service edi month na dam price no akwa kodu dam. Edu na kasa so ne price no onu nyim otinyi. Na yenyi wa yen hihye de ma yen sanka. Eba di na se commitment bi enyima so yeska so yen krate. Eba di na obema omanga na nyina wa committee the minister mbechechim. If there is no transaction as they want us to believe.
No, but there was an agreement, but no monies have been.
Do you understand what agreement is?
Yeah, I do.
And you think that when there's an agreement,
yes,
and it's binding on you, and you have to pay me tomorrow, and you haven't paid me, I will say that no money has come into, you know. It doesn't have.
But you always refer to the terms of the contract.
And I'm saying that.
And the terms of the contract.
What is
as we speak,
what is the terms of the contract?
The company itself, were abrogated contract. No, they opted out because they couldn't deliver. And extra contract. Now the terms of payment was to be through an LC. It's here or a 11-page document.
Obi.
Yes.
Company no. As we speak here.
Yeah.
Per document other way you mean. Microphone will abrogate. They've opted out.
Yeah.
And microphone will opt out into contracting on kodo.
Yeah.
Eba didn't want here discuss your interest in you then. Your interest in you there. As much as a contract non cordon. Initiative be a cordon. Initiative no cordon. Obi runtum sorry nye. Chief intum sorry nye. Sampari nye. Justice runtum nye. Chide obi a mraman kwano onye the mejuman. It is a crofuna opt out now for that matter. Crown a human sanwa. Them processes now I could do pempena or opt out. As a man, you put to me avert them processing. And if you are wrong, on them processing, you to me are correct. And if the correction you there, or they judge you to home will be full to mobile, so be it.
Of course. I mean, sir, this is what we are interrogating there.
So be it.
The processes. Yeah, because the Constitution is clear. Article 1815.
Yeah, that is where we are all coming from.
International and economic transactions. Parliament. I think that is where where the issue.
Any more now? I mean, more me on there. Sebi. Inka yenye ba church parliament asama. No nyami na o no obi na sampai. Anja humpo di one aspire bodo of a parliamentary candidate da.
How the say be that?
Enyo. Enti ye fan dem ye madwene mu ko sunsun am okodo wo aba na sama akọ. Nipa enyo ka say what the public account committee po wa chair that also.
Oh yeah, you are chair of the public account.
Oh yes, one person.
Yeah.
I mean that is where all the ye share na ye hu there something is wrong somewhere. Because she nipa ne pedigree onyi den ka da mun semi kodo ma ye betra won ye discuss. Okay, da mun sam na kodo Emma committee abade brani yen chichim. Response all same finimpa no hol ba. Wabra committee ni ejuman. What them ma ijare shu no wase go we petrol dey gum.
Wa bon the truck
Ebe and yen the gan onam there ya boninti. Yen fanto onye hwe FC. Yen fanto ho ne hwe ne yen koyen enyim. I mean in Crofuna International the whole world when you did the massam ye chira won so wote aye ko won ho ye nyu ndi nkita ho odumi bi kra yesra ho mo able to how would they see us as a country? And if the minister himself doesn't see anything wrong, there is somebody who is the appointing authority
on fire.
He should see something wrong.
Somebody was asking now so kabi we answer no payment terms the chief buying from the contract. Payment terms 4.1. Also the buyer and the seller hereby agree that the buyer is obliged to purchase the vessel as per the total order in accordance with the supply order schedule, hereinafter referred to as committed quantity. The purchase of the committed quantity is commitment on the part of the buyer, such that the buyer is absolutely and irrevocably required to accept and pay for the committed quantity over the period at the total price set forth in this agreement. In the event that the buyer fails to order the committed quantity, the buyer is obliged to pay 100% of the total unfulfilled committed amount. As I
yeah.
4.2 say.
Say who failed?
No,
say on your buyer no failing.
No, the buyer being us.
Okay, I know.
Supplying away into me.
Went to one Fabi Ambakra.
No, it be Ambakra.
Okay.
4.2 say there. The buyer shall pay in advance through site LC.
Yeah.
To seller 50% for each batch of supply order as per supply order specifications, excluding duties and taxes, as advance payment immediately upon signing of this agreement.
Was the agreement signed?
Yeah, it was signed. And the LC was
issued.
Yeah, the LC was issued. You get it. And also, the buyer shall pay the remaining 50%. In the LC, first one, it should cover 50% of the money. And the
LC now will issue 50%.
Yeah.
Say why hold the LC now?
Oh yeah,
of course. LC, you. I was genuine.
Oh,
LC. You see, you when you submit and I will deliver, then they convert it into cash.
Yeah, of course.
Obi, I did read it. Say, what's there? Say, Nimpano. Oh yeah, order now. There was nothing in this thing you read. I watched it. Say LC 50% no one saka. Or the there cargo naba.
Yeah.
And sana.
Yeah.
Man said that kind of massam. Until me be so damn question.
Oh no, but once you are doing the payment via LC.
Let's not assume a contract.
Yeah, meaning.
And a contract why specify the terms and conditions.
Yes.
What we need to do per the contract the terms and conditions only until no onyaja sebi you speculate na ya dream and there.
Of course.
Because contract be animal.
Of course.
That we must all agree that.
Of course.
Intimate.
Yeah. Into also the buyer shall pay the remaining 50% of the supply order through a confirmed letter of credit.
Yeah.
For the avoidance of doubt, the seller has already delivered the first 15,000 doses to the buyer, for which the buyer undertakes to pay after signing the agreement as part of the first supply order.
Now, why do we catch him there?
No, it's a first supply order, the 15,000, now, or the bank, one will be. Now, at I test and be your name who you want it, and then you sign. That's what happened. No, in June, when you have this discussion, that's those details came up. Yeah.
Contracts.
Yeah.
Terms, agreement, champagne
yeah.
You did one cassa so by Jatum there. Meaning,
oh, yes.
Your Crawford Cassa and Pimpim.
Yeah.
I would say him. Now, maybe said there. Maybe a question for a purpose. The Ibimbakra. Now, what's Ibimbakra?
No, not the order.
Oh, no.
It's not the order for.
Maybe someone there. Maybe say.
Yeah.
The Edruno, our order. Ibimbakra.
Ibimbe.
No, for the main agreement, in doing it.
Where could the conflict is?
Yes.
Champagne, my brother, you know. What's it been background?
My man can tell
me. Read the hobby.
Yeah. Into us say, for the avoidance of doubt, the seller, which is Nkofono.
Akutu.
Yeah. has already delivered the first 15,000 doses to the buyer, for which the buyer undertakes to pay after signing the agreement as part of the first supply order.
Intino, how do you understand this? Chemu Chim?
No, mementa sene there. Almost the 15,000 doses Eddie can buy. And I hear Ghana na Jiatum say, sa 15,000 doses. So ya Jiatum say no ye betua.
Yeah.
By ye tria can first supply order e was say e eba no ehun. And that first supply order no enye day. Am I? You agree to that?
And the first supply order no only 15,000 difference in the same.
No, so different. And they say maybe as a first supply order, the Hebrew 20,000.
Is it ABN they can buy a contract? No.
Yes, that's a make.
Contract. It's a contract. No, also the first supply. No, yeah.
Okay, remember. In the event the buyer pays the total price in the local currency of the territory, the buyer shall ensure the transfer of funds in USD to the seller, and the parties agree that all expenses that may arise during the transfer of funds to the seller's bank account are borne by the buyer. Details of the seller's bank account, blah blah blah. In the first supply, let me see if I would get the amount. Good. Subject to the terms of this agreement, the seller hereby sells and the buyer hereby purchases the following quantity of vaccines, herein after referred to as total order, where 2.2. Type of vaccine, a Sputnik vaccine. Quantity, 3.4 million. In the 3,400,000. Price per dose, $19, excluding any duties and taxes. In the total price, no, $64.6 million US dollars, excluding any duties and taxes. But I'll say the total price is inclusive of documentation, shipping, packaging, logistics, and expenses in relation to shipment of the vaccine from the order's place of origin to the Republic of Ghana.
Good.
Yeah.
I know why maybe some questions are maybe so. Yeah, free on board 9.
Yeah.
And you why maybe so those questions.
Yes.
And there, it started there can first. Is it first or second?
Chief Mbocho, this one would help. Specification for supply order. 3.1. Parties acknowledge and agree that the total order shall be supplied in various batches, with the first 15,000 units delivered prior to signing of this agreement. Project Hazard. And number of units of vaccine for each batch shall be determined and agreed by parties under a separate supply specification in the form as provided in Schedule 1 of this agreement, which is the supply order specifications. The seller at any time during the term of this agreement and before an order shall send to the buyer a notice of readiness for shipment, hereinafter referred to as the notice of readiness, together with the supply order specification.
So
15,000
not order or no oba and sign.
Absolutely.
Was signing.
Oba and sign was
signing. Or no crab.
Oba and sign was signing the deal. Yeah. And it actually came before they signed the deal.
They signed the deal because no confirm more.
Absolutely.
Good. Say contract here can say. Contract say so the no was some no about.
Yeah.
It is technicalities no baba ne yemmo kawa yesika foto phone and sama wa akodon ye bejam watoto ho na yehu because ye betumi akan na adwunu mutra na enyim na dam not agreement is on as much as a war written no sometimes e be crab verbally wotum way friend then was the in some for ba my kwana e betumi asesa ndama until you may go in and realize that agreement in Mortini, but it be an assembly crowd on what the fact that they do trotto. And on the Evan Towana. Now, say, no. O question order punid and issue order punidun, Yerish married a damn agreement here and Yebo boom, ya every day, or thrown ye are not today, and now on bay and all agreement in a no abasam. Agreement in a she order on I am ratchet there. Yebo to me, dink it today. Sebi yenny, a man on be. And you need the Nkitaho out to them, Nankode about near the Parliament.
I think that is the crux of the matter.
Exactly. Agreement in one court. Sampine crack at the Oyusu Emergency Act bidder or the taking certain decision, which our committee now watch it. But what we are discussing as a man, the miss me or bay miss my account. Response are free various agencies, ministry officers are all Casamafo. Mesima wusi kasa fa ho enne pempena ye dua wa ba na parliament aye ne committee na nsama ye tie ye di fi
committee
so na ono hwe ho na the answers no de ma committee ono na wa ma ye di ho and I am suggesting there another suggesting to the president they say retire. I am even thinking the obi onye about the baby support there minister or resign another only the then or resign.
The appointing authority should fire him.
Yes,
that's what you think.
Because the appointing authority no won you ma what the man don't conquer you don't share more. Not only the government, another the president,
but the people of Ghana.
But the people of Ghana.
Mate.
As some ways, you can't say the run as him.
Yeah.
Where as some that though. It started with the NDC for on say no bono editing. The question to ma I can't know a call.
Because of
Chief Monye. Aye.
Metia min can't say no bono F. I've not said so. Me say the comment say when you buy no. You say when we started with the say World Bank amount statements be say $10 of which there's no evidence to that effect. And it came up war committee, because beside year no sir, nobody could challenge him with any document say World Bank I can't say 7 pound. What the cost of the drugs, of the vaccines, and a comma a banner. In talking about this, and I cover in some way saying in Abba. What I'm saying per agreement, say I will change him is about even also be or see said the be here no and the bemom diabano. There's a reason for that, of which I know say on pese be 3.something million vaccines in ebeba. How do you even administer them? Ebina beba na say because time no because our vaccines me sure say you bet me I know counter life of about 2 years and 5 years. I doubt it. Chef life say be a expiry date no be manufacture no be man be 5 years and
I don't think so.
Me
5 years will be too much.
Yeah, in administering it no I'll say one year a share and I believe say and then also payment plan be an esca availability of the cash to pay no because we are all done in a now $64.something million no into ordering in so offering in amrada how do you even pay when to me and to and clauses in a woman no ube hu na wo koboka e bi say or say yentumi antu ya ana e ba na say yentumi order bia 3.something million no yentumi anyini nyina no a de ka akire no ye betua twice the cost yes ana share no net here so we should look at it from there but maybe there I will continue to say me see yemma committee no enwie wa adwuma wo mu wi o adwuma you be who baby obidi bim and baby obidi for the 1 year ye do ye ni ye baby a no but me mum there now if you tell so he should be fired the fire ni we are capacity be no the quarter committee na no he's not there facing the committee because he's an MP.
But I know
as a minister
as he's there as a minister into fire no ni locus ben or the quarter committee na no parliament
now this is an appearance before the committee say we
ebia minister we there say ebia committee na we report ye the ama attorney general wa hwem ho criminality bi wom say bia we free cost financial loss ye wo agency side be mo me boa you ko ne na say for be
hwem causing financial loss and is in roho say we
asma me utie me say yam fa ne say
okay
committee na wie na adwuma wa wie na adwuma de ama o de ama parliament hwem no ma hu say no kure say bibi eto sini e duba kwa attorney general onu so be hwem o hwe say na criminality bi wo mu a na me say ebia criminality be borders be we free cost financial loss to the state now then they refer to the appropriate court so mu wie a ansa na prosecution asem abam inti anonu there ye wie bibi say na ye kan asem no there then you treat him as an individual but another there parliamentary committee no matter no one my friend because he's a minister
yes
inti say one you almost sitting na or resign ne and I sakin na locus ben and or de kwakota because you knew stage other agencies be ebetimi agi asem no aka what's the point in say I don't think am say ya me am pre o to de bi asem no ye kan let open mindedness na so for na yemfanka na yemma education so ko no mkro say because nye yentumrika enkoye saade no me I don't even think of it say the criminal aspect be woman and be say the locus of the person no the status aspect the committee and anything until now no I'm starting committee them who say yes the president there no and yeah because I hear the MP for for Doma Central, but because he's a minister, it is a Wajai as minister, right? And I Unity as minister, he will still be MP, but MP no any more deco committee in man.
No, I get you. I was saying a pong.
Oh,
time
I must be but before upon yes,
30 seconds.
I'm a better maybe sir. Them too quick. Parliament won't shoot na worship. To your understanding, the committee no him na we Ekosiisen. I don't know have. What is the committee looking for?
Yeah, I think sir Omo share the proprietary of the deal.
Yes.
And whether deal no is satisfied because the kind contract now contract ni baby can the prevailing legislation and I think
we have a committee terms of reference.
So
Ekosiisen on
no, it's true. I would have to get the terms of reference.
But they were looking at the cost.
Yeah.
Obi, nah.
Yes,
They're looking at the cost,
Yeah, cost.
Procedural you were saying
Ebemu. Yeah. No, sir, are they a trigger the call for the committee, from the minority, the cost.
Yes.
Because they suspect say inflation be the
I just wanted
but maybe this agreement, this agreement shall be governed by and construed in accordance with the laws of Ghana.
Yes.
If there is suspicion, say the committee should be.
Yeah, inti nampeda me adwin do onye de Parliament no wo hwehwem na wa hwede we boom rada.
Asempa FM.
Say papa no so ye minister so onye minister on stop of parliament de wo ba ye da mo hwehwem. Inti nnadu ya menyo kasi. Say president kade we yi na fi ho a. Ono nkyere da we yi na fi ho nti da mo hwehwem ya parliament ye odo wo jai. Because nyimpa no ye adwuma na nkasa wa atwe na asan. Midi wie kura no. Beka ya nsensem bi opoi wo Mary who Wache Jako.
Yeah.
So resign you so fihu so fanu kusi.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Da munsam no obeno wo ye hwehwemu wi ansa no ordinary one to.
No.
Anti obi no n'adwuma ba ho asam more than n'adwuma to order.
But the challenge in there
No,
he being fired.
On the same thing.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm not reason why he was
fired. But nobody's talking about whether Mary or whatever. No reason was given.
Oh, Massa, I mean.
No, you don't conjecture reasons for
yourself. It would have been coincidental.
Oh, Massa.
No, what would now put President now appointing President can say, Wajin appointment. One man reason. Now, we better can say, when. Let no me do. Some cried and who reason to cry.
Man, that's near or settle or Bacassa, and to be a Bacassa, you don't know. But man, Peres and Pint, I said, you got high away, Sebi, and then Ufano. So, but they ever did Ufana, no chede AM of Ramanti, but I said, didn't near down. Peres and Pint, I said, Obi or Wokrum ha, or Maim Hebiano, I follow the Massaman. Unyim Sabi in some old boy by Madame Massaman Okwekusi. Now, same time, me beside the Massaman there. Obi na edwuma ho abasam wo manhim emo na medwuma na wa abasam ho aye fi de wanye nzema ye nti
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM
ana o mampanyin bi eyi obi na edwuma efi na ase because wanye ni edwuma ye ansa na hwehwem rekodo ana bi esi da na. Let's not create the impression there. No, you
are getting it wrong. You get it wrong. You make it too basic.
No, that is wrong.
Obi,
you be putting out there. Through this medium, Chide that one I disagree.
We are MP, anti parliament, and now you're minister. Anti parliament, I invite you as a minister.
Yeah.
We invite you also we are MPT.
Yeah.
It is any pan non-MP cry in a parliament. I can't say on be investigating now.
They said you see cash for seats.
Obeko. But say ye me free ho say me minister bi ma. Me ko committee na nim be capacity ben.
Capacity ben e dey asem na ye bisa won.
So you wait for him to because if you truncate the person's position, you are truncating the issue.
No. No.
For lawyer, Papa no me
Obi, you should stand on your feet and shout no.
You will be there. You wait for the.
On your straightforward.
You wait for the conclusion of the committee's work.
FM.
That's how Becca so. May you and I'm resign.
My personal position there. And I think this morning I made that point on the Joy Super Morning Show there. I think the calls for his resignation at this time are premature.
Okay.
Because I am thinking when the committee is done with their work, at this time, based on the minister's personal conviction and conscience, if he says there, okay, based on admissions before the committee, I think my position is no longer tenable. So I want to resign. I honor your honor. But for the president to fire him in the middle of the probe, for me, it's
also for the president to fire him. There should be basis for the firing.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
If he said, report in my interest, say, or you can fire. Opinions and your fact
to come to a conclusion.
Moreover, to know, it's two different things. That's mango and mango than apple.
Cigarette na apple, Martin. Hey, Obi, minim on informal decision there. Oh, if you and it's your opinion, which I respect. There, if you there or early into president, on my own way now, ne utterances be away.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
I mean, my focus is not about ne utterances input. On nobody or no nine.
Okay.
As to whether thinking proper or not, that one leave it behind. But as much as yet jitumu there, well, and I'm on a mutu in the crown.
Manfanko Parliament.
Manfamra Kwan Papa don't know to the man among Majatu.
Yeah.
It's enough.
But what if the committee, after being seized with all the info, agrees that okay, within the circumstances, he was right to have gone solely by that act, the Public Health Act. So why don't we wait for the committee to
say? If we want
submit
to,
their report.
If we want to wait for the committee to submit their report before we comment,
not the commentary, no.
In the first place, in 9-year production, they shouldn't be asking us questions.
Not the commentary.
And once you're asking us questions, in the middle of the debate, or discourse, we are looking at it, the opposition on you then.
Of course.
And I'm telling you there, baby, my semi do na information. I mean, I'm thinking, in my own opinion, there is enough grounds
for him to go.
For the president to take a decision
on
this matter. And Obi, before the committee, President Nankasa will brief
on Asempa FM.
President Nankasa on my entire to the Bibia Kochoa now until them issues he or by me be so there. In some yet Monday they run the commentary now or your news to us. Or your news to my president and so. And now president will information ahead of time. And he may discuss it on the unyim dada.
So you don't say
and
the president must fire him.
Oh, but
because you are all speaking on suppositions.
What should I say?
I
should clap for the president.
Me check on this bed.
On this bed.
On the Japanese guy, and I'm favorite.
Before I better say, what kind of appoint here? Mr. Yankupon, I don't know what and maybe I'll be seeing he make sure do go to my day. On that I can tell the president. Now, you should fire somebody that can say it.